You're watching CoastLife, and we love keeping all of our Delmarva Coast community members safe. And part of that is CPR training. Think about the last time you were CPR certified. Was it 8th grade? Because that's when it was for me. So here to tell us a little bit more is Corey Kennedy with Beebe. Now, tell us a little bit about this CPR program that you have, classes that you have, and how this all kind of got started in terms of approaching the public.
So thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Great opportunity. We have a fabulous training program here at Beebe Healthcare. We started this program many, many years ago, and it has morphed so much as CPR has kind of morphed as well. So over the years, we did not offer classes out in the community. COVID happened. We really didn't want to be going out into the community. People were afraid to be doing anything along with mouth to mouth.
Yeah.
And the American Heart Association stopped doing anything mouth to mouth out in the community. So once the Damar Hamlin situation happened back in the beginning of the year, we had such an outpouring of people looking to get certified. It was a scary situation.
Yeah.
It was kind of like all of the stars were in alignment in that situation. Perfect situation that all of these first responders, healthcare professionals could jump in and save a life. And it really brought to life the importance of responding.
Yeah.
So that being said, we started offering more classes out in the community. So we have classes that are at the hospital every second Tuesday and every second Saturday, and it's a friends and family class. So it offers adult, child, and infant CPR as well as AED use, which is really such an essential part of our chain of survival, as well as choking. So we offer all of those to the community. They're free of charge. More the merrier. Beebe is all about empowering our community and really educating them to respond. We want a healthier Sussex County. Yeah. So, it's a great, great spot for getting that training.
So when you're out in the community and an emergency situation happens, how important is it for the public to really be you're sort of the first responder almost? So how critical is that training?
So when you think about it, 70% of all cardiac arrests that are not in the hospital are occurring in someone's home. 70%.
Yeah.
So if you, your neighbor, somebody in your family is not trained and doesn't know how to respond, the likelihood of your survival is not very high. So knowing CPR, being able to jump in and help immediately is going to double, potentially triple your chance of survival. That's staggering.
Yeah.
So knowing CPR, super, super essential.
Yeah, and I mean, I think sometimes you think CPR, we know that it's life-saving training, so it feels like a big responsibility. So is it complicated to learn and remember CPR?
My 11-year-old daughter knows how to do CPR. My 8-year-old son, same thing. They can jump in. They might not be super strong, but sometimes when you're in that situation and your adrenaline is pumping, you have that superhuman strength. Yeah. I'm confident that they would be able to respond. That being said, it's easy. We have taken the guesswork out. You're using that muscle memory, so something that you learned in your class, hard and fast compressions. That is what we're stressing. To be able to get on somebody's chest and you're giving great compressions, that's all that we need, because doing that is going to circulate oxygenated blood throughout your system to your vital organs until help arrives.
Yeah, so I know that I think maybe even back when I learned CPR, they were sort of just switching from like mouth to mouth to those compressions being more important. Is that true?
100%. People waste a lot of time, and it's no fault of their own.
Sure.
It's just, we're not trained to be doing CPR on a daily basis as, an innocent bystander.
You get that panic.
Yes. Panic mode sets in, but if you are able to remember one thing, it's giving those great compressions. So, you're giving 100 to 120 compressions per minute. Sounds like a lot. If you stick with that beat of Staying Alive by the Bee Gees, 100% you'll be in the clear here. And I think it makes it so that at the end of the day you can put your head on your pillow at night and sleep well, knowing that you did everything that you possibly could to help save a life.
Yeah, that's true. It's almost sort of like insurance, it's knowledge that you don't ever want to have to use, but if you have to use it, you can.
100%. And I tell people that all the time. We have people that call to schedule a class, and they say, I'm going to be a grandmother in the fall, and I'm so excited. I want to take a class. And I said, okay, well, that's awesome. Well, let's get you signed up. Do you have a significant other that you live with? Oh, well, yeah, my husband. Okay, great. Well, what about him? What if something happens to him? So, let's make it a family affair. I joked for Father's Day. It's a great opportunity. Bring your dad.
It is, though. It's so true. And I mean, I spent a lot of my teenage years and early 20s as a babysitter slash nanny. It's a great skill if you do a lot of babysitting and nannying. I think also like daycare teachers, any time you're in a crowded space often, or you're working with kids or anything like that. There's no occupation that CPR wouldn't apply to.
No. If you have a license, you should be certified in CPR. And it's not even a matter of having to have that credential behind your name. The Friends and Family is not a certification course, but the beauty of it is you get the training. So if you're in a car accident or you come upon a car accident, you can jump in and help, which is crucial.
Have you ever had to use CPR?
I have. First time was 16 years old. I was an EMT. My dad and I actually went to join the ambulance corps back up in New Jersey. Don't hold it against me.
No.
Many moons ago. So, the first time I had to do CPR, I was 16 years old and have had to do it many a time since. And, the success rate of our CPR from, I'm not going to tell you how many years ago that was, but many years ago to present day, that number has increased. So survival's getting better. We're, improving upon our technique, which is just fabulous.
Yeah, it really is. Well, thank you for all that you do to help keep our community safe and with this program. So one more time, when can people take these classes, sign up for these classes, get a hold of this information?
Yeah, so we do CPR classes out in the community every second Tuesday of the month from 6 to 9 p.m. We do every second Saturday. That's a 9 to 12 class. They're held right there at the main campus on Savannah Road. We also do classes out in the community. So if you have a clubhouse, you have a pool, you have a group of people in your homeowners association, you have a softball team that wants to be trained, we will come out to you and provide that education. It is free of charge.
Awesome.
More information, more education, the better.
Yeah, and where can people get more information if they decide they need it?
So you can email me, and we can put that email address up there at ckennedy@beebehealthcare.org. And that's the best way that we can get you set up for a class, whether it's out in the community or at the hospital.
Awesome. Well, Corey, thanks again for coming in and sharing about this awesome program and awesome knowledge that you guys share with our community to help keep everybody safe.
Thank you so much.
Yes. And you don't go anywhere because we've got more CoastLife coming your way.
This segment of CoastLife was brought to you by Beebe Healthcare.